What you got going on, Butch?
Oh, you know, I just pulled the Miata motor out like 4 times because we just feel like it.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This week, we've been finding oil leaks. It's been a good week, but hey, what do you do? It's part of the job. This Miata, it's been fighting us, not gonna lie. It went together real too easy, I guess is the best way to put that one. Headache free until it's done. And now, big old headache. But the headache list is dwindling down and we're getting it knocked out. This EG, it's been a tricky one also, chasing wires, wiring gremlin, and a whole bunch of broken bolts. Today I'm going to be working on getting this. Broken everything, huh? Yeah, Butch had to do most of these, yeah. Bunch of sensors were broken if you guys didn't see last week's video.
The wiring, I don't know if you talked that much about wiring.
It's a mess. Absolute mess. Like, I'm just gonna give you guys a little sneak peek of the wiring that I'm working with here. This is like probably no big deal, but hey, it's interesting. That's all I gotta say. Very, very interesting. The wiring's kind of ran all over the place, but we're getting it knocked out. It was cranking yesterday, backfiring like crazy. Timing was super way off. I got it all set and adjusted, and I noticed when I was pulling it that that guy right there was broke. So we're gonna go ahead. They had so much RTV packed around this thing. It was that dang bolt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna extract that one out. Got our timing kind of taken care of there. Good old washer trick. It works every time. Almost every time. And then I can put the oil pan timing cover on this one. And hopefully we can get this thing running back together and out of our hair. What you think of that, Butch?
That would be very nice.
That'd be very good. Very good. And we got a bunch of bums around here. Donnie didn't show up to work today. This is like late yesterday, not showing up today. Man, we can't be having that around here. We're gonna have
brand new motor sitting in the office.
Yeah, just
waiting for him to put it in.
And he just slacking. Slack-a-lacking, man, I tell you. It's all right, we'll get him. He worked a little bit yesterday.
Yeah,
He's
he
out.
took the gas tank out and did the gas tank.
Pulled the gas tank out. Yeah.
A little bit of wiring, a little bit of
Yeah,
wiring.
wiring.
Yep, a little wiring.
And
Today,
he did all the harness stuff too, yeah.
he did, yep, a little
So
bit
he
there.
did, yeah, he got some stuff done, guys.
A little bit. We'll give it to him. He saved us a few minutes at least. And then Alexa will be in today. We're gonna have her help us knock a bunch of this little stuff out. Go get some boigas. We're gonna have some boigas for lunch. What you working on?
Uploading y'all's video for this week.
Boom. There it is. Videos for the week.
Live in action.
You got it. Let's dive into some action and get with it. Man, that's a look of success right there. And let me tell you, I got a little success going on myself. Took the old MIG, welded a washer on, welded a nut on, got that broken bolt out, caught the hoodie on fire, but hey, engine all looks good. So now I can go ahead and clean all that up and hopefully get a new bolt in there, get all that put together, timing cover, all that fun stuff, and get this car out of here, I tell you. I'm ready for it to go home. I'm actually ready to go do some burnouts in it. That's what I'm ready for, and then send it home. Love doing a little burning and everything. So let's dive back into some work. Butch is having a good old time over there. We're loving it. What do you guys think of a Let's Dive Into It shirt? Like somebody diving into an engine bay or something? Hey, let us know in the comments below if you guys would buy one. I think that'd be great shirts. Let's get back into the live action. Yes, she is. All right, y'all. I just did a little baby test on this, but check it out. We're gonna actually fire it up again, if it'll fire up. Oh, now it's dead as all get up.
Of course, you grabbed the camera.
Are you for real? All right. Take 2 here. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta do the key thing. That's right.
Yeah, the immobilizer.
Aha. I got it. I got it. There it is. Seems to be running. Butch over there being our battery wheeler, bud.
Spin her up.
Spin her up. Just like that, Butch got us a running car, y'all. As he says, that's 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
Miata's ready for the tune.
She's done leaking. She
Done.
had enough. She dry now. Changed literally everything on the motor.
Literally. And the crappy part about it, I'm just gonna say the valve cover was maybe
Yeah, that was also my fault.
maybe our biggest. It was maybe our biggest, but we got it. No more leaks on the Miata. This car's running. Hey, it's a good way to finish out the week. Tomorrow's Friday. We can't be happier. I don't know what else I got for today, other than we've got a clean shop, 2 running cars, and I gotta work on that Miata tomorrow.
Yeah, the fun one.
Yeah, the green one. It's
Another Miata. Surprise!
And we got like 2 next week.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we don't have a Miata in the next video, that would be surprising.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Oh, Alexa.
Yeah, we had to go save her the other day because she had a little oopsie. Her car had a little oopsie, I guess.
Car had an oopsie. Yep.
But then it's totally fine, so we don't know what it was. But, so yeah.
Damn Miatas.
They just like to fix themselves.
Yep. So Butch is working on some valve covers. We got a whole slew of them that are finally getting knocked out. We're gonna window this pile down. Alexa blasted some for us today. We're gonna get those things finished up. And I even had her put a new plexiglass in there so she can see. Imagine that. The little things that count. We'll catch you guys in the morning on another fun-filled day. Woo! We just had a little scare there, but nothing crazy. We got E-Tune Donnie over here playing around with this thing, and we're trying to redirect some oil here. We just had some blow out onto the turb ski and give us a big old scare. So we're gonna redirect that and probably put a bottle on the other end there and just let it catch into that for now. We might have to sell him a catch can, but we are getting this thing wrapped up, getting real close. That thing's moving under its own power, so I'm gonna get it knocked out, finished, button up today. It'll be good. I got this Miata to work on, and Butch is back on the NSX. This car, we've got parts over there for it. We're getting ready to build the heads, get this thing ready together, head studs, head gaskets, all the good stuff. Just, y'all bear with us, but let's get into a little tuning fun on this thing. Butch is over here going mad. I think we got that about buttoned up over there, but we kind of got a little bit of a preview of what might be going on this engine. She a little rusty, crusty, kind of stuck there. And it, yeah, newer looking head. Yep. And actually, if you look at them 2 pistons, that one actually does look down like it's down a little bit more. It is actually down a bit more.
You think it's bent?
The rod might be bent, and that might be why it's stopping.
I think it is.
Hydrolocked. That's exactly what it did. Came up and hydrolocked against the water, bent the rod, and now the rod's hitting the block, so it can't roll over.
Yep, yeah, because this one, like, right up to, you can actually see where that ring's sitting on my finger. And then this one, clearly lower. Boop. That piston's definitely, they should be equal. They should be equal. 2 down, 1 up is how, and then it'll be the same on that other side.
Yeah, we'll have 2 up, 1 down.
Yep.
No pressure.
Yeah, camera pressure. Oh.
No, what's the doing? I'm just getting shit.
No one will ever know. No one will ever know.
Yeah, if I can't get this video.
Now you gotta get 2 bags.
I was gonna say, have you had a single popsicle?
I've had a couple.
They've been all me.
In the mouth.
Yes. Hammer time.
Yeah, let's just have you.
Yeah, she hella free that side. Oh yeah.
Same.
Ooh.
Oh, something's broken because they got.
Oh yeah, something's definitely broken. That one should be looking like that one. That one should be level with that one. Bottom end's trashed. It definitely broke something in the bottom end. Heads look pretty okay though.
Yeah.
Heads are looking good.
Maybe a vent valve, but I don't think so. 'Cause if it hydrolocked, then
Yep.
water's gonna push, not valve.
Which one had a drop valve? The one?
None of them.
No, he loosened them all and they all sucked up. So they just got stuck way down.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like. But that's all kind of good signs. At least the heads are good. Then we put those 32 heads on that 35 right there. We'll have a bad little engine, I think. We're gonna try to spin this thing over and see what it does though.
See which one doesn't move.
See which one. Yeah, probably a few of them. Maybe. Oh, she done.
That was not moving.
No, it's moving.
Yeah, it's not as it should. Yeah, it ain't.
It's not coming all the way up.
So they don't come up like I thought they would. I think it's hitting just all this shit.
Yep. Yeah, oh, yeah, you're probably right.
Because that's right where it stops.
Huh.
Yeah, right
Yep.
there. Dead on it. And I think that's the side that's like stopping.
Yeah.
So it might just need a fucking bore out.
Who's to say what happened to this dang engine?
Might still be okay to use, on something else.
I've got a dingle baller there. We might sink that one down and try to hit it real quick and see if it'll allow it to come back up the rest of the way. But that's where we're at on the J series. We'll let you guys know a little bit more when we find out more.
Goodbye.
It's Monday down here, and it's acting like a Monday around here. Butch and I were wiggling on this, and these dang C30 transmissions are like the Toyota trans, where you gotta get the shift fork out in order to get the trans released. If you don't get this guy out of your way, your trans will never come off. It just keeps sucking itself back together. It's because the throw out stays with the clutch. Kind of a different deal there, but it all seems good. We've got this engine almost all the way tore down now. We're gonna pull the clutch, as in Bush is gonna pull the clutch, and get it over onto this one probably, and then we're gonna stab the trans onto it, get it up onto the shelf, stand, tear down the heads on it, head gasket, head studs, make sure there's nothing else, maybe replace some O-rings along the way, valve cover gaskets, simple little things. And then, I mean, y'all might be lucky enough to see this thing in the car this week. That would be sweet. It comes in and out pretty dang easy. If Butch and I can kind of get it back on the same plane it was on, it'll just whoosh, right back up in there. We'll button it up, and then lots of electrical. So probably won't bore you with the electrical side of this a whole lot, because it's just gonna be running jumper wire after test lead after probing around. Butch knows all too well how the electrical goes. He's getting pretty good at it. We're both pretty decent at it overall. We do have most of the chassis harness working on the car. That was just something that kind of luckily worked. So we're lucky there as of now. We just got to figure out how to get this dang engine to run. And I did have it cranking at one time. So, well, clicking because it was locked up. We kind of got that resolved too. It seems to be rotating over. We're just not going to trust that block. It's been sitting quite some time. We're going to get a bit rusty, huh? Yeah. Cylinders are all full of rust. I bet you the bottom end's got some rust. Unknowing, knowing, we're gonna build that one. So we're gonna jump into a time lapse. I'm gonna help Butch knock this out, and then I'm gonna tinker on the Miata. The black hatch is getting ready to go home. Butch and I killed that one. That car took a week? I think right around a week, maybe just a hair over, hair under, whatever it is. Running, driving, ready to go home. That's where we're at. Let's jump into some action. Butch is cruising right along. That clutch was a little bit of a bugger, but we got it, no hiccups. And this is kind of a cool old school clutch. It's fun working on this older car and kind of seeing some of this old stuff that it's got. It's called the segmented flywheel, made by GYN GYN-R-G. CYN? I don't know, something like that. But it looks like overall pretty good shape.
What's your comments in the guess? Or
Yeah, but
mess that up. What's your guess in the comments? Of what that says.
yeah. Take a wild guess. It's a tough one.
Somebody probably knows exactly what it is.
Oh, absolutely, huh? Serial number. They're like, why didn't you look up the serial number, you big dummies? Well, because we didn't want to, all right? But we're gonna get that stabbed onto this engine here, get the tranny put on it, get it set there, and hopefully have this engine in the car next couple days. Kenny's gonna come down Friday, so I would like to surprise him with with it in there and all cleaned up, looking good, and kind of.
We are putting the 35 in it.
Yep, 35. So she's gonna get the torquey one. 32 is a good engine, the 35 is a good engine. Unless you're really putting a lot of power to them, they're basically the exact same engine. So
It's like a 4853.
okay, sure.
Same.
Yep, makes sense. But everything should plug up the same. We'll change a few sensors, rob a few things, probe out a few wires, and get this thing running too easy. Let's jump back into another time lapse, see what we get done. It's a satisfied customer right there. That's what I'm talking about. Keegan just came and got his hatch. It is not leaking a drop of nothing, and it is running fantastic. He's on his way to the gas station. Thanks for bringing it down, brother. Hope you guys are enjoying these. Let's go build something else. Man, our boy Butch, he just be killing it over here, y'all. He kind of likes these because they're kind of more along the V8 style, you know. He's pretty used to those, so at least we got the V style going on for him here.
Two heads, you know.
Bringing back memories for him. But we got this one tore down. We're gonna actually switch out a few things from it in the 32 and change some things, head gaskets, head studs, whatever it's needing. We're kind of changing. That other engine looked like it had brand new tensioners and stuff, so we're gonna swap those out. This water pump's nice and tight, doesn't seem loose, so we'll probably reuse that, reuse a few things. We got to change some VTEC stuff over. But overall, this engine's real clean. A little crud, but it also came out of a junkyard, so a little crud. We're gonna get those all cleaned up. But the head mating surface, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
No seeping, no leaking, no nothing. Dry.
Dry. These heads are kind of interesting. We pulled those two off and we're like, man, they're two different colors. Maybe one's been replaced. Then we pulled these heads off and they look the same. So not quite sure what that's all about.
Same side too. Like this side is darker, that side is lighter. So we were thinking it has like oil priority to one side, so this side dirties that side before it comes over here. I don't know. It's weird.
Very. If y'all know, it's one of those, scribble it in the comment section.
Yeah.
And then we can learn. We don't know everything about everything. We just know a little bit about everything. So, you know, it's one of them. We know what we're doing here. It's an engine. It's a basic concepts, but we don't know what each and every engine has different than the other engine. So that's kind of where we're at. He's loving it. He's loving it. We're gonna take all of this, put it back on that, and get it in the car. I'm over here tinkering on this Miata timing, getting it kind of figured out here. It's pretty close, but it's all off there. That slap allows these to move and then causes timing issues / misfire type acting issues. I'm gonna bust all that loose, get all these covers off, tighten all this belt up. I think this one actually needs to come back one tooth and that one needs to come forward one tooth. And if that was to happen, I think that's all back in timing. Put it all together and hopefully no crazy smoking. Let's get it. I just got all our front timing covers off and got our spring off, and I kind of wanted to show you guys what I was talking about on the timing side of things. With this tensioner off, look how much play I have in that belt now. A lot. You don't want that. When you tension these, you need to bring it from this side around and make sure there's no slack in the top of this belt. And then get it pulled onto this cam gear, and then you actually pull it all out of your tension with this one right here. That's kind of how these work. It's a lot kind of like a K-series timing chain. You gotta start on one side and bring it all the way around and then bring it down onto the bottom before you can pull the tension out. If you leave it like this and you try to pull the tension out here, it moves that cam gear too much. And that's, you can see there exactly how much it's moving to pull that belt tension. That's not what we want. So I'll just pop this off, turn that one more tooth and pull the belt tight. And then all of our timing should be correct on that one there. I think that's how these go. That's how I'm gonna do it. Let's see if it works. It's a happy Tuesday around here. We got a bunch of parts for the old J series just rolling in and going together by the looks of it. All new intake gaskets, head gaskets, head studs. Butch knows more than I do. He's been just putting in the work on this thing. It's actually getting pretty close to actually going back in the car. New. Yeah, y'all hear that? And it's only Tuesday, y'all. That means we still got like 3 days to try to do some wiring and all sorts of good stuff on this thing. We might have a runner by a cranker, let's say a cranker by the end of the week here. Wiring's gonna be something we probably have, I bet, we decent, but I bet we have a week or two into wiring on this car, just of every day, chasing wires, chasing our tails. It's just kind of the way wiring goes on these. But
Especially on older cars.
yeah.
Because you never know who's touched it and who's T-tapped into the back of the gauges 35 times because they felt like it.
Y'all just saw that on the last episode, so we ain't even making it up.
But it's an NSX, so hopefully like shitty people didn't touch it, you know?
Right, hopefully they couldn't afford it to mess it up.
Yeah,
exactly. She's a little rough though.
Yeah.
Luckily, KR had it for like the last 10 or 15 years sitting in a shop. So we know it didn't get messed with a whole lot in them years, so bonus. It's gonna be pretty decent. The hardest part is the way that the ECU wiring's ran on this car. It's just
body to motor stuff, making all that come together.
wanna be standalone, but not quite.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wasn't super cool.
Yeah. But hey, can't. Oh yeah, the third brake lights, baby, can't beat it. I'm over here getting ready to knock out this AC job on this beautiful EK. This gentleman's owned it 15 years or so. Bought it in 07, I think he said. Very clean car, OEM plus, interior's phenomenal on it. But AC stuff, that's where we come in. AC, compressor, dryer, you guys know the deal, new O-rings. Let's dive into some action and have a fun one.
break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
We have got a full house out here, y'all, and it's a full shop inside. Good news though, this car is done. We got the AC compressor replaced, we got the AC dryer replaced, and I went ahead and replaced all the O-rings that go with it. There was like 6 or 8 of them or some dang thing like that. Got those all changed out, got compressor oil put in it. The customer's gonna run it down to an AC shop and get that dang AC charged. But other than that, this one is done. Oh, Mustang's gonna head to the house tonight, I think, and get it out of here. We got bees everywhere. Anyways, I'm gonna get this bee situation figured out. Josue's done. This one I'm getting ready to get the engine in. Waiting for the customer to come get this one because it needs a tune. And I'm just gonna say it, our tuner ain't getting back to us on getting this one tuned, so he's gonna have to go find a tuner on that car, unfortunately. But it does run and drive and it moves under its own power. And then our boy Alvin, he'll be down at like 2 or 3 o'clock today to get that oil pan squared away on that one. That's kind of where we're at. Let's go back in and see what else we can get into. And back inside, Butch is learning about this whole 32-35 situation stuff, and it's a little bit interesting. The 35 tensioner doesn't, something's weird.
32, so the 32 and the 35 oil pumps are different. The 32 has the 2 holes for the tensioner right here. 35 does not. It just has one big old hole. And then we got a 35 tensioner because we thought maybe it would use a 35 tensioner, but then the 35 tensioner brings it over to here. So we were going to pull the oil pumps off and switch them. But we got to pull a pickup tube off, and we kind of really don't want to do that. So old Butchell's over here is just going to drill the oil pump.
Dang straight. Drill and tap. Drill and tap. It's so weird how it's so much different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't make no
I don't
sense.
know why they would have it. Well, I
to-
guess because accessory-wise, they're just trying to fit in different vehicles. But massive difference on the tensioners.
But like, because these are the same brackets for AC, so it doesn't change between 32, 35, between Odyssey and
Oh, yeah,
whatnot.
I didn't see that. Well,
You know what I mean?
That was that bracket. Well, yeah.
That's 32, that's 35, so it puts the
Yeah.
AC in the same spot. And then alternator, they really
Unless
can't
it may
move.
have went up. I don't remember, but I was trying to like fit the tensioner. The only way it sort of maybe would fit is if you threw it down and the pulley was like here.
Right.
So that's not how that goes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what would be so, you know, where our differences are at, because compressor and alternator are in the same spot between the two.
Yeah.
It's just, but yeah, that's what we're dealing with, the old joys of trying to figure out why they made them all so different and whatnot. And we got this one in. I got to pull the valve cover on it, or actually Alexa might pull the valve cover on this one for me. We got to pull this cowl off and pull the valve cover so I can look at the rockers. It's throwing like a rocker assembly something code. So we're going to look into that one. And I'm making good headway on this Miata. It's running pretty good, but I believe we got bad fuel. I'm going to get ready to drop the tank, or not drop the tank, pull the cover and siphon all the gas out of this gas tank. Get some fresh gas put in it, and hopefully this thing runs like a top. Getting all stinky on this Miata here. Getting ready to blow some lines out and clean some things up. Went ahead, pulled the pump just to double check everything. You can see it is sucking up tons of crud. All right, that's okay. But right over here, you can clearly see that that ain't on there very good. Well, and actually if I just touch it, it just pops right off there. So That's actually how that was sitting in the car. That won't pick up any fuel if you ask me. That's most likely a lot of our fuel pickup issue that we're actually having with this. So I'm gonna secure that, get it all situated, drain the tank because it is full of cruddy, nasty old sediment, bad gas, get the new gas put in it, get the pump all fixed, put in, and hopefully we got a solid running car. Let's find out. Woo! Y'all, we're stripping this car and sending it to the media blaster. Oh! I can't believe it's happening, but it's happening. And Butch got this harness pretty well buttoned up on this. We got a lot of unknown sensors. We'll figure those out as we put the intake on and all that good jazz. But right now we're getting ready to get the NSX up, get that engine put in there. I took it out the one time and it wasn't too bad, so Butch and I are gonna slap that thing back in there. And then he's gonna be onto the wiring. It's kind of crazy how it's all coming back together with a good engine now. Makes me pretty happy. We
should bring that up too. So old Butchels didn't end up drilling, or I did drill the oil pump, but
oh, yep.
Switching the oil pumps out because the 35 and 32 have different oil pumps. This was the one I was gonna drill. So you see the top hole, it's good, all good and dandy. I could have tapped it. Bottom hole, no.
Light right on through it.
Yep. If you look on the back side, there's nothing there. And then on the 32, there's like a hump where they filled it so they could drill it like that one.
Basically like that one, yep, right there.
So if you're doing something like this, know that you have to put a 32 pump on a 35 to use the 32 tensioner if you're trying to refit something like this.
There you guys got it, and I'm sure that happens for everybody probably trying to put them in the EGs and all of that nonsense. You got to switch over to that 32 pump. But everything else went pretty decent, I think. Yep.
Got new head gaskets, head bolts, oil pan gasket, oil pump, pickup tube gasket. I re-gasketed the
VTEC.
Yeah, VTEC solenoid stuff. What else? All the water neck stuff. That's all re-gasketed.
Okay. Yep. Valve cover gaskets.
Yeah, valve cover tube seals. Intake gasket. Like anything I took off, we re-gasketed.
You got it.
Take off a lot.
And EGR delete, baby.
Yep.
We're not running that on this thing. It's just another thing we got to try to wire and figure out and get to work. And we're on standalone, so delete that EGR. We're gonna give this thing a quick clean up, slap it up in that car. Time lapse time, baby. She's floating, y'all. Fought us a little bit. We got the mount stuck and it had moved since I took it out, so angles were a little bit different. She going up. She's sitting in there like she should. We'll get this rear mount in, get the front mount in. That's gonna be a complete car here before long, y'all. We're gonna be out doing donuts in this NSX, let me tell ya. These old tires are all dry rotted too, so it really don't matter, because actually the one's blowing out.
Doesn't it look so big and clean over there?
I know it does, doesn't it? Look at all this room. We got Alexa working on Donnie's car because it's going to the media blaster. How's that make you feel?
Fucking great.
Great, right? You don't gotta sand it no more, huh?
It's a big job.
It is a big job. It's a big undertaking. Alexa's been sanding away on this and it's just gonna take us weeks. Even if I was to do it, it'd take weeks. So we're just gonna give it to the blaster, let them blast it, we'll get it back together. Let's jump into another time lapse of this girl here and get it all buttoned up the way it ought to be. Get these rear mounts in, all that good stuff. And I'm gonna jump on these two over here. It's a Civic type of day, Honda type of day.
All Hondas, boy.
No Miatas.
No Miatas today.
They're just all out hanging out outside, hiding from us.
They're fine outside, but they're not in here at least.
At least we're not staring at them today. Let's jump into a time lapse here. Look at this thing. All stripped down other than suspension and glass. Tonight I'm gonna pull all the glass out of the car and we might be able to get all the suspension off of it as well. Butch, what you think, bud? How's this NSX treating you?
It's going alright.
Going all right?
Everything buttoned up except for this exhaust kit that is not so much built on.
Probably not, huh?
So I'm trying to just see if I can
See what he has to make. Uh-huh. That makes it fun. Yeah, it looks very tight.
If I can just get this side up. I just need just a little bit out of this fucking bar.
Oh.
And then it'll kind of scoot itself this way, and then it should maybe clear that. I don't know. It can't go under. I already tried going under, and it's flat out not happening under.
Not happening. And that might be something that we do have to make, because that's not for the NSX. That's just JCRE's exhaust. Yep.
Thinking if I have to do anything, I'll just cut this out and do something. I don't know.
Cha. You forgot the filter? Ah. That'll work for startup. It'll get changed. So yeah, Butch has got to figure that out. That's fun stuff, making exhaust fit. Hey, get that on these big jobs. And I have got a few cars knocked out today, actually, going pretty well. This black 8th gen, it's done. Check engine lights are all gone. It's running really good, acting as it should. Got an oil change. We replaced the VTC sensor on it. That thing's all good, ready to go. And this Miata here is the one that was smoking real bad, shooting fireballs, had the timing off, had bad fuel in it, had the fuel pump not hooked up properly, put new spark plugs in it, got it in time. Man, this thing is running good. We got it all cleaned out. I took it for a drive, took it up to the gas station, and it is no longer smoking. It sounds good, runs good, everything is set just like it should be. So now I'm gonna get on that blue sedan in there, hopefully get that engine trans put in today, and see what we can make of it.
Get easy, drive safe.
Look at that, another Miata gone. We're loving it. That's 2 cars gone today, 3 cars gone. 2 cars gone today? 3 today. That's a good hump day if I may say so myself. Now we just need to get our boy Alvin down here to get his car fixed up. My goodness, man. Hey, it's okay.
You have to be the best in the parking lot.
Yeah, makes a big old mess in our parking lot, just leaves his car sitting outside here, goes and gets a new job, doesn't even care about us anymore. We see how he is, that's okay.
He hates us so much he didn't want to work for us.
I know, right? Ain't that something? This guy. I would have paid his gas every day to come over, shit. Anyways, this one's made it together. It's got a new clutch on it, new throw out bearing, new pilot, bushing, trans is on. That's all stabbed together. I'm gonna get ready to slap it in there, get that thing set, and then I'm gonna pull glass out of Donnie's. I'll video it for you guys because you haven't seen it for quite some time, but you're gonna have to go back and watch some old videos. I pull all my own glass. I put all my own glass in. Man, ain't no reason to pay someone to do it when you can just do it yourself. That's where we're at. Donnie and I are gonna bust that stuff out. Hope you guys are enjoying this week's video. There's 2 types of people in this world. One that'll call the glass guy, and one that'll be the glass guy. I chose to be the glass guy tonight. Look at that. We got this one out. It took me probably, if I had to guess, 30 minutes. I think I probably got about 30 minutes into getting that out. Torch, scraper, and an old knife that I don't care about. Came right out. Used a little bit of a Sawzall blade for a cutting wheel. I used it, got this piece started, heated my knife, cut all around the inside, and got it out. I'm probably half an hour and $20 into doing it. Glass guy, he would have probably been $100 and got it out just a little bit faster. But if he would have broke it, would have been paying for another glass. So I've said it before, I'll take the chance and do it myself. Just one of them guys. Can do attitude, you know? You got the attitude, you can do it. So it's out. We'll get it cleaned up because this car, like I said, is going to the Media Blaster. Can't believe it. We're sending a Honda to the Media Blaster. Glad I got that all welded in for the most part. Get this thing shipped out, and then we'll clean all that one up when it comes back. Right now, Donovan and I are gonna drop the front end of this thing and get it out of the way. Get the rest of the rear out of the way, and probably call it a night here. Get ready to come in tomorrow and get this thing onto the stand, onto the trailer, and out to the Media Blaster. And then we got an EKK swap coming in for a bunch of work. They just never stop around here, I'm telling y'all. We just busy. More Miatas, more K-swaps, more goodness. I'll catch y'all in the morning. Even strongman Donnie can lift the front end of this car now. Heck, even the back end if he wanted to. She's stripped, guys. There's nothing left on her. Okay, I take that back. There's a door with the door panel, but we're gonna take that thing off. And then all this glass is coming out first thing in the morning, and it is ready to go to the blast guy. I don't think there's much of anything else other than like those few things I said. We're gonna get it over onto this rolly cart over there and get this one loaded on a trailer. And it's gonna be gone for a week. We'll have about a week without it here. We're gonna get some things organized, get some Cerakote ordered for it, and we'll get this thing here back in about a week, and it's gonna be a totally different car, y'all. Stay tuned, we'll see you in the morning. Dang, I was just told I gotta wrap this video up for the week, so y'all are gonna have to tune in next week to see this car get back from the Media Blast. Hopefully that car's gone. And hopefully maybe see this thing run. That'd be pretty slick. Our boy Butch just discovered something on this that we're gonna leave y'all off with. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of fun. So a little throwback.
We know this car has been, you know, teeter-tottered, passed around. I don't know. It hasn't been finished for a very, very long time or whatever. This brand new freshy exhaust that's been in the trunk for who knows how long has actually been in the trunk for 11 years.
August 1 of 09.
Yeah, so that was kind of a fun fact. So
that was
11 years old, still pretty fresh. DC Sports, got a good coating at least.
So there's why they did it, Butch. So it lasts 11 years. We're asking ourselves, why would they coat this thing? Because it's a decent exhaust, but it's not the greatest in the world. Yeah. Well, so you can let it sit in your trunk for 11 years and not rust.
And then put it on.
And yeah, finally you get it put on. We had to cut some things and move some things because it is not made for an NSX. It's made for a J series. It was hitting on this really good. Instead of moving none of that, we'll make it work around it. Butching his mouse in his pocket. We're gonna leave you guys with that. I really hope you enjoyed this week. I'm gonna finish a bunch of things out on that. We'll catch you next week.